Sports have been canceled. The Masters was postponed just moments ago. The Players' Championship, the only thing that was still happening, postponed, suspended. The world seems to be suspended. The world is in disbelief. Fox Sports just canceled all of their live programming for next week. ESPN is putting on SportsCenter for 12 hours a day. Nobody has a clue what to do in the mainstream world because in the mainstream world, they have access to highlights. They have access to guests that are playing in the games from the night before. They have references and people in the leagues that are participating the night before. But what happens when those leagues stop and the highlights are no more for at least, Adam Silver's eyes, a month? By the way, for the NBA, who knows with everything else? They say we're not even close to the peak of the coronavirus, which could be a week or two away. So maybe, but here on the internet, we ain't never had highlights. We ain't never had any connections. We have bad guests, and there is nothing for us to fear for the next couple weeks. We are going to have a good time on the show. Will we drift away from sports being our main conversation all the time? I don't think so, because that's what we are. We're sports people. That's what. If I was to do anything, at some point, sports are going to get referenced because that's my background. That's our background. But for the next couple weeks, we're going to turn this thing into an entertaining conversation. This is going to be an escape for the people that are currently being held captive in quarantine or self-quarantine. These are for the people that aren't able to go to work. The public school kids that aren't allowed to go to school here in Indianapolis. Everything was canceled just yesterday. I assume in other cities. Ohio, I believe everything was canceled. New York, everything was canceled. So if you're at home and you're supposed to be doing some BS at-home schooling, or you're at home away from work and you're worried about your future, you can be. I respect that a lot. But just know right here, at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show. And on this Westwood One radio station or CBS Sports radio station for at least 2 hours a day on the radio, and on YouTube probably more than that, we are going to do our absolute best to battle with you all through these next couple weeks of what seems to be just an absolute blank space in the sports world. The back of the New York Post headline? No, it's not a headline, I guess, because it's the back page.
Back page.
Back page.
Back page is a website that got canceled.
Don't go there, Tom.
Yeah. Well, you can't. I don't think you can even go there. I mean, maybe in Canada it still exists, but here in America it had to go because people were dying over there.
It's done in Canada, too.
Oh, is that right?
Canada.
So I've heard.
Oh, okay. Good. That's smart. But the backside is the day the sports world stopped. And that's basically what happened. And when you look around your sports talk show, you go, oh, man, this is crazy. This seems smart. This is smart that this is all happening. I'm happy everybody's making the right decisions here to hopefully make sure that the coronavirus doesn't become like the H1N1, which killed like 12,000, 13,000 people. Like it doesn't come like the average. Let's just hope that we can somehow stop the pandemic growth here by staying away from people and stop interacting and doing our day-to-day things, changing our daily routine so that we can hopefully not have a changed world forever. That's what's happening. And then while you start thinking about it, and then there's a little bit of selfishness, you're like, I haven't really thought about this, but what the hell are we going to talk about? So we've been going to work. Next week, I'm probably going to be eating the hottest pepper on earth at some point live on the YouTube. I want people to know that since you have been with us since the beginning, now not a lot of you have. I mean, I understand there's a lot of new people to the party, and we appreciate you here. We are nowhere near our peak, just like the coronavirus either, by the way. I just want to let you know that. So welcome to the party. Thanks for coming. But there's been a lot of people that have been around for a long time that are about to go through some hard times here. They're saying economically, this could be a real problem for a lot of people. It's a trickle-down effect. Whenever the top things stop making money, then everything else kind of happens. And I don't know enough about finances, but the people that we directly work with, the SeatGeeks of the world, the FanDuels of the world, the people that keep our up. Now, I know the world is much larger than just the sports world, but I think this is going to have a pretty large effect on a lot of things. And this is time we band together. And whenever they say, make me laugh, clown, or dance monkey, I'm going to do that for the next couple of weeks for the people who are potentially in a much worse spot than we are. Now, we are not touching each other. We're doing toe taps all day. We're obviously very careful whenever we leave the office. I have not quarantined the boys to their apartments. I have not told them that they can't go anywhere. Although I have been told that would be a great leader move. I am not their dad. It is not my job to do so. But I believe we all understand that we have a responsibility to humans that rely on us to help them get through their day. So we're going to all try to stay as safe as possible, and we're going to continue this thing at full speed.